Okay, so I think I can start. Hello, everyone, to this social commission meeting. Dear colleagues, dear social chess fans all over the world, it's a great moment for me to welcome you for the fourth annual social commission meeting. In fact, we have 1 hour to talk together, and I would like to have a short first presentation of what has been going on in the Social Commission. And then I would like to give the floor to three of our project leaders from the flagship project. It's the project Chess for Freedom, Chess for Protection, and Infinite Chess. And I hope that also Anastasia Sorokina will join us. She wasn't very well today, but I will see if she can join. And
I'm here. Hello, I'm here.
Hello, Anastasia. Wonderful, thank you. So we will have afterwards the discussion with the Q&A, and this will be the opportunity to meet together, to have ideas, share ideas, and this is wonderful. So the first, in fact, Social Commission meeting was held in Havana, Cuba. This was in May 2019, and I was quite surprised today to see that also Sonja Johnson, who is our project leader of Chess for Protection, was also at this meeting. And we will have our fifth anniversary of this commission in 2025 during the FIDE 100-year anniversary. So it will be a great opportunity at the General Assembly in Budapest to also have our jubilee, our anniversary together with all of you. So I would thank everyone who has participated this year for the Social Commission, and especially I would like to say thank you to Dana. Dana is doing so many things for us, and we have also. Oh, I have to enroll someone, huh? Do we have? Yes, I just let in 3 other persons. So I would like to thank especially not only Dana, but the Chess for Freedom team who has organized the conference this year and the championship, the Kakuma visit team, Sonja, Bernard, and all the people on the ground who made this visit possible. Then also, of course, the Kakuma Girls Club with both Anastasias and Salome, and the project leaders of the 6 projects we have. I will shortly go into it afterwards. And of course, our secretary. And in fact, we are, I hope I can hear change. Ah, yes, here. I would like at the beginning introduce you with new members. In fact, we had a lot of changes in this commission due to the resignation of the former chair. It was Ger Neisham who wanted to dedicate his time more in Norway with his chess project, and I took over in March to 2023, and I'm since around 8-9 months now the chair, and I have a wonderful team who has been changing. Around 50% of the members have changed. So I would like to introduce you with those people who in the management team have been changed. So we have new secretary Lasma Kokorevica. She is also from Riga, like our former secretary Nadia. And I would especially welcome her tonight in this round. She just has taken over her new job, and she will also, of course, be very happy to hear your ideas, your comments, etc., because we will start to work together from now on. Then I would also welcome Bernard Van Yala. He is president of the Kenyan Chess Federation, and he's the new advisor of the commission. We had before Ger, who remained advisor. And after our visit we had in Kakuma, Bernard was ready to step into our commission and help us with our work, especially in Africa. I will come to this point back. Then we have Sonja Johnson. I don't think I have to present her to you all because you know her quite well already. She is the new counselor for the project Chess for Protection. She has already done a lot of work in this very important flagship project. And a new member also from Switzerland, Prabita Urwieler. She is a project lead of Chess for Elderly, and she works with me in the Swiss Chess Federation. She is responsible for all the tournaments in Switzerland. So it's also someone who works on so many projects and has, as a neurologist, a lot of experience also in our field, especially with the addicts and with the elderly population we would like to develop. So these are a quick introduction to the new members, and I would like to go quickly into the goals of the commission. I'm sure you know this already, but we see chess not only as a competitive tool, but a tool for social development. We would like to enable the less privileged in society to realize their full potential. I have seen this by myself in Kakuma. I will come back to that, and do a lot of great work for people, for children in the autistic spectrum, prisoners, refugees, children in slums, the elderly, and the addicts. And we offer programs, training, and opportunities. We see it as a tool for social development, not only social, but also personal development. And we work with, thank you very much. Yes, we work especially with teacher, instructors, and social workers. We use also FIDE seminars from the EDU Commission, and we seek to strengthen the social fabric of communities. How do we work? I think this is important for you also in the discussion afterwards. We work as a little management team, the chair, the secretary, the project leaders, together with FIDE in a lot of topics. We work with communication, with IT, with PDC, and this is very important for us to get our projects running. And after LASMA's start, we tried to develop a directory of contacts where we can have all the contacts we got from our contacts in all these projects together, to have a really broad base of addresses. We will also renew our website. We had this project already mid 2023, but we hadn't time to address this. I think it's a big need to have a better communication in the commission, and I'm sure with Lasma and her knowledge, like me, in website management and social media, we will develop something very good. Then we would like to improve the processes, especially I have here not only the funding mentioned, but also the contacts to communication, to have the process of getting out to people in the world, and this we will work on. And then we have something very special for you. I think this is a new information for all of you. We will have a Guinness World Record attempt on July the 20th next year during the FIDE 100-year anniversary. We will try to get everyone in the world to the chessboard. We are actually discussing a contract with the Guinness World Record. It's not finalized, but we are on a good path at the moment. And we would like also, and this is very important for me also, to have all our projects in the social chess world integrated. So it would be wonderful if we could integrate prisoners, refugees, to go also online to this attempt of the Guinness World Record. But this will be a work we have to initiate with our project leaders. We have, in fact, and I quickly go to the next slide, which is not yet for me. I will quickly go to the projects we have. We have, in fact, 3 flagship projects. It's one project for the prisoners. This is Chess for Freedom, led by Michael Kornman, and he is, in fact, afterwards presenting quickly his topics. And then we have Chess for Protection with Sonja Johnson. She will also present some slides, and Anastasia Sorokina with Infinite Chess as well. Then we have 3 little projects, pilot projects at the moment we are growing at. It's Chess for Elderly with Prabita Urwieler, Chess for Addicts with Alexei Soras, and Chess for the Children at Risk with Eric Takavira. These projects I will not address tonight because they are at the initial phase. Perhaps you have questions to them, so we will address it later, but we will focus on the other 3 big projects. For me, this year has been very interesting. We had a conference with the autists in Paris at the beginning of the year in April. There has been another one in December. Anastasia will tell us about. Then we had this prisoners conference in Chicago in May, and in October the Intercontinental Championship of the prisoners. There Michael will tell us about. We had in September a visit of our refugee camp. This is a project FIDE has initiated 2 years ago. It is very successful, but we had to recalibrate it, and with the help of Sonja, who will tell about, we have found wonderful solution also with our advisor Bernard to make this project sustainable. And I'm looking forward. We go tomorrow. Anastasia is already in Geneva. I will be in Geneva tomorrow. We will have talks with people all around the world concerning refugees, and I think with this flagship projects we can present something who can be, if the community is able to fund these projects, to grow this initiative worldwide. Then I can tell you about the participation to an award. We are currently trying to get the first place with an award in the world. Michael will tell us about. We are already number 1, and I hope we will be sustaining on the first position. So these are the topic you will hear tonight. A lot was new for me and for the commission. I have a great team. I even got a second brother. It's a joke because Bernard is telling me always I'm the brother when he addresses to me. Hello, Bernard. And I think that social chess is a noble task. I would like all to invite you, if you are interested, to participate, join us in our effort, get in contact with you with ideas, and especially with participation. We need a lot of people. And these are my introductional words tonight. Thank you very much. And I would like to give the floor to Michael, and I will forward the slides when you tell me, Michael. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrea. Go ahead with the slide. Okay, Chess for Freedom project started about 3 years ago, and with a joint agreement between the FIDE and the Cook County in Chicago Sheriff's Organization. And we started with a small number of countries to participate. And we made the first and second intercontinental chess championship among the prisoners. Can you please put the next slide?
Yes, just a moment. Okay.
But I will give you some timeline, what was accomplished and where we stand right now and what we're trying to do in the future. So in May 2021, it was just 4 countries, exhibitional match online, and the start of Chess for Freedom project. In October of that year of 2021, we had the first intercontinental chess championship. What was very important for us that every continent participated. We had all teams represented every single continent. That's why it truly was intercontinental. In 2022, during the Olympiad in India, we had also exhibition match between India and Chicago teams. And in October of 22, we had a second intercontinental chess championship. That one had about 36, I believe, countries participated in 2022. In 23, we made 2 major events. The first one was in May of 23, when we had the first conference, not for prisoners, but for the people who run on Chess for Freedom project. And we had participants from 20 countries came to Chicago to share the approach they have, to share the ideas they have, how to run the project, which is unique to every single country. There are no duplication. So we had a very good discussion. We had a very good start. We start talking about some research to be done, etc. And finally, just to close 2023, which we're about to close, is the third Intercontinental Championship happens in October, and we had absolutely a record of 50 participated countries, 118 teams in total, and we had a large increased number of female teams and youth teams. That was very positive and very important. Andrea, if you can please put the next slide. Thank you. That is where we're right now. We're very excited that Chess for Freedom project is among the 3rd annual Autumn Award finalists. There are 2,000 submissions from 44 countries for this particular award, and Chess for Freedom program is one of the nominated for the final. What I will do, hope I will be excused for this, but I will put in a chat for everybody a link where you can go see the project. It's in the chat link. And if you find Chess for Freedom project, and if you have not yet voted for it, your vote is very much appreciated, as well as your help to promote the event in your countries, in your groups, etc. That will be good for chess in general, social chess projects, and Chess for Freedom. I get another boost. Now, what are we looking for? What are we trying to do? There are a few things that have not changed, but this time we're looking for providing more training for participated countries, and especially to those countries who are not joined yet. We have 50 countries, is not 200 that FIDE has, so we have some job to do and promote the project. One of the issues that we are having right now is some countries, number of countries, actually called that they need some coaching for the prisoners. Not every country can provide coaching opportunities. So we're looking the ways how to provide, how to help organizations, prisons, correctional institutions and facilities to get some coaches. The second conference should happen in 2024. Hopefully we'll bring more participants from more countries. It is tentatively, not officially, but tentatively is planning to be in India. And when it will be final agreement and announcements, we hope that people from many different countries will be able to join the conference to share how the project. The other area that need to be taken seriously, it's research. There are very little research done in this particular area, as well as many other social projects, as people will be talking about. So to create research group, get a support for research is very important. Research is driven the project, research is providing some ideas to people who need to prove that the project really works, that it helps people who participate. I should not forget to mention that a very good thing that all right, somebody just voted for the project. Thank you. That was fast. One more thing I need to mention is this year thousands of chess sets were donated by the Gift of Chess program in New York to the prisoners in the African continent. And they set up a system, and thousands of chess sets were sent to Africa to be used in prisons. That's a great gift. It's a great support to the program. That is very much appreciated. And the number of people in African continent who involved with Chess for Freedom project is really growing and becoming more sustainable. I will not use much more time. I know some people may have some questions at the end, and I greatly appreciate for the opportunity to present the project today for such an audience.
Thank you very much, Michael, and thank you for your work, and also thank you for to Susan, who is often very quick in offering these chess sets also in Africa, and Russ in the US from Gift of Chess. And I think I can tell that I was really amazed during the year to see how this conference and these championships were organized behind the scenes. A lot of Zooms, organizations, etc. And this baby of Michael, this Chess for Freedom, is growing and growing. And it's very important that all countries are participating. And I think this award will be boosting this project even more. I hope so. Thank you very much. And I would like to go to our next flagship project, which is led by Sonja. This project is also very important for us because it's a good cause to people who are in a difficult situation. And I think, Sonja, you have a lot to tell about this.
Oh. Thank you so much, Andre, and welcome everyone. We're really in a good place in FIDE. I want to start with that. I have really been honored, and maybe humbled might be even the better word, that I was asked to lead this project from Andre. I didn't think I knew when I said yes what kind of journey I would embark upon when I said yes to this particular project. But all I could say is that when we did the visit in September, I don't think it's going to clearly be one of the best and most memorable experiences I have ever had in my lifetime. Not because that the facilities were great and so on, but the whole example of what humanity is and indomitable spirit. I don't think I've experienced that anywhere else that I've been. So I am very, very grateful. But with this comes more responsibility. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the responsibility that we have as FIDE in terms of what has been done and what we need to do next. So if we could advance. Okay, so these are just, so the project started in August 2021. Gail, of course, this was in the works. Bernard is on the call. They were talking about this even before 2021, but it was realized in 2021. And you see the overall aim is, and especially in a camp like a Kuma camp, is to raise out the awareness about the availability of chess as a sport and the opportunities it presents. I wanted to stress on the word opportunities it presents to talented players. And it will also largely contribute to the protection and well-being of refugee youth, because that is always an issue in refugee camps. There's always a lot of youth and they are idle. So you need to find activities for them to engage themselves, productive activities. So this was felt to be one such activity. And initially, the project contemplated 4 phases between primary schools and secondary schools. The Kakuma refugee camp is either Kakuma is one area, but there's also the settlements, which is different from a refugee camp, which is Kalobeye. So therefore, that was the target area, the target region for this particular project. And you'd see we have some very good stats in terms of the learners who engaged. So you look at it, it's over 2,000 learners, just over 1,100 in the primary school and about 900 in the secondary school. Still more boys and girls, even though we were trying to balance it, but it was always, as you could understand, given the culture and so on within these countries, not all the times the girls have the same opportunities as the boys, but still we tried to insist as far as we had control that we had some sort of balance and availability of this program to both boys and girls. After this, you would see that there are 36 schools in that region. Well, I now understand 37, but 36, but all of them now have a chess club in some form. So 27 and 9 spread between Kakuma and Kalobeye. Over that period when we had the active role of the facilitators, we used 21 facilitators and 14 volunteers to execute these 4 phases initially. And in the first 2 years, we had 210 chess sets. So clearly you would see the math did not add up with 37 schools and 210 chess sets. So when we went in September, we understood that there was very little, like a school may have had 7 chess boards. And immediately, through our dear friend, Susan from Gift of Chess, while we were there, we made the contact and we were able to secure before we left 400 additional chess sets, which were delivered the following week. So now that number, which was 210, was now 610, even though still much less than what we need for, but at least each school has at least a fair number of chess sets that they can have increased participation. So we're very happy about these statistics and an initial stage. But at the end, we realized that there were some issues in terms of how the program was being administered. That's why we went. So it was almost like a due diligence trip for us to see, okay, how is it being led? Who are the partners on the ground? who else could help us with our cause, because we realized we can't do this by ourselves. So after this trip, we came up with this work program to go forward. And a lot of it you would see, I would take you through each. The first one is that we needed to continue with the learner development, right? So these are the school children and so on, to continue, because we had to stop the program for a while because we needed to do this assessment. Costs were escalating and so on. So there were things we needed to kind of stop a little bit, pause, you know, take back the reins and say, okay, this is how we're going to go forward responsibly. So we've done that. So we're going to go back with the school programs. I mean, we were so happy that Anastasia had this project, this complementary project, just focusing on girls, the girls' schools, but they have girls-only schools in Kakuma. So her commission, they have 2 grandmasters have these sessions on a Saturday just for the girls' school. So this is working wonderfully. They look out for it. They're so excited when you see their faces for these programs. And what we want to also introduce apart from the schools is community programs, because the complaint was that, okay, this is going on in the schools, but what's going on within the communities, right? The communities are the ones who we would need to be on board with us if this project has to be successful, not just now, but in the future. We also recognized there were some gaps in terms of the capacity and so on, training. So we were fortunate, we begged, as we normally do when we have things like this. We knew there was a chess and education seminar, and we were able to get 5 participants for Kakuma. So thanks to Chess and Education Commission for accommodating us, which was just held at the beginning of December. And we focus on teachers to be part of that seminar. We're going to continue doing tournament management, because this is the intentions that we have regular tournaments at the district or divisional levels, because they have smaller regions and then wider regions, but we need to train people to do that. Of course, we also need enhanced reporting. You know, when you have a project, you need to hold people to account, and we can't hold people to account if we don't have the information. So we have some ideas around reporting and what will be required, and the whole ecosystem to support the information reaching us, the right information reaching us in a timely manner. And of course, we will continue with some sort of mentoring program, because we have some young people in the camp who want to be part of this project. So we will find ways to incorporate them. As you see there, Andre mentioned before, we wanted refugees for the 20th July participation for that Guinness World Record. But what we also want to do is have a refugee team at the Chess Olympiad. Of course, you all know this will be no easy task. Just from a political and a standpoint, UNHCR will really have to come through with us, for us on this, because there's so much paperwork and bureaucracy that we'll need to overcome. But we are positive. We know we could make this happen. And as I have there, typical, you need to have your tournaments. That needs to happen anyway. I want to talk a little bit about resource planning. We have revamped how the project would look, the project team would look like on the ground. We realized that maybe we needed to take stock of what are the skill sets we needed in order to make sure that this project continues to be our flagship project. So we're doing that now, and we're going to get help, and I'm going into stakeholder engagement. Though we may not, we need to make sure, because of the nature of this project, working with the UN and governments and so on is by no means an easy task. Okay, so we need to make sure that we work closely with all our partners. Okay, on the ground in Kakuma, we have over 12 different partners, but we directly work with about 4 or 5 directly. So we have to continue to build upon those relationships, see where we could leverage best practices and where people are best positioned to help us. So we know we could put all the right resources into the project at the right time. So the good thing, the good news is that we've got the opportunity. We have some new people. We have the vision. We have the excitement to really make this project one that we could be proud of and that we could replicate in a sustainable way, not just within Africa, but in other continents across the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sonja. And remembering of this visit, I think I was really amazed about the self-confidence of these students. I had a lot of opportunity to play against these students. They play very well. And I see also this girly club is a huge success. I was not a little bit laughing when I offered 2 draws to students because I had no time to stay. We had to go to the next school. But these girls, they wanted to win, and this spirit, I think, shows that we are on a good track. And that's also the moment I can give the floor to Anastasia, who is also active in Kakuma, but especially in her very special and complex project, the Infinite Chess for Autists. Anastasia, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Andrea. Dear colleagues, I apologize. I will be today without camera. I will not take you long, but I want to quickly describe you projects that we are doing together with the Social Commission. And as you understand, most of the time, if you talk about the girls project, it's somehow become as a social project as well. So Infinite Chess project, it's not, of course, a girls project. This is a separate project that we started back in 2021. Some of the countries already had experience with teaching kids with autism spectrum disorder, with Asperger, with ASD, and we took as example the positive experience of the Belarus Chess Federation, because I was involved in this project that time, and we announced our first seminar, online seminar. It was a pandemic time, and after this we discovered a huge interest about this project. So basically we started with 6 pilot countries who still continue this project with us. Now we have 12 countries. Andrei, if you can move next slide, please.
Yes.
If you have my presentation, yes. So in one of the pilot countries was France. Frank is with us today, and I want to thank him again for the contribution what French Chess Federation doing, as they using their own budget. That most of the countries it's budgeted by FIDE. In France, we have this project going all around the country. But anyway, in our Infinite International, we start the 4th stage of the project that continuously from September to December. We are almost ready for the fifth stage already, and for now we have 12 countries and more than 130 kids with ASD participate in this project. And I'm not talking about France, because France has a separate number, so maybe Frank can tell us at the end a few words about this. So now we have Albania, as you can see, Cyprus, France, Gibraltar, Latvia, Malaysia, Mongolia, Morocco, South Africa, 2 groups in Spain and Menorca and Madrid, Taiwan and Turkey. And we just had 3 new partners who was just joined us. It's New Zealand, Maldives and India. And now we are working hard to launch this project in African and the American region as well. So we work closely not only with the federation but also with chess club, NGO. So it's not a project only for the federations, but for all chess structure who is interested to implement this project. And now we are in progress with Brazil, Puerto Rico, Nigeria, Botswana, and we hope that they will start very soon in January 2024. What we did together during our last stage, it's budgeted by International Olympic Committee. We translate our program that was developed 2 years ago, also with the help of International Olympic Committee to Russian, Spanish, English, and French languages. Now we succeed to translate it to Arabic language, and it's available in our website. You can see it here in FIDE.com program. So it's free to download for everyone. And what is important in our program, as I said, it's not only for the federation, it's not only even for the clubs, it's also for the parents who has kids with autism spectrum disorder. They can use this program, and they can teach their kids how to play chess. Because of course this program, it's unusual program. When we've got the new partners, sometimes it takes for us time to explain what is the difference between just the program, and this program for kids with autism spectrum disorder, everything new, it's very difficult, and no one of the kids is the same. I will not go deep for this. You can read everything in our website, and I would like to thank FIDE Social Commission for support of this project, and of course FIDE leadership to support in our initiative and this very difficult but very important one of the social project. I would like to also admit that last year we was trying to get funding from Erasmus for research program. Unfortunately, we didn't succeed. We still keep in mind this idea, and if any of people who is present here have some connection with a university based in Europe, please contact me, because it will be very, very important for the future development of this project to make a research, not only proof, of the coaches, of the parents, that chess really helps kids with autism spectrum disorder, but also we need some institutional really research improvement of this stage. So next project, Andrei, could we go for the next slide? It's already Sonja mentioned already, and thank you again for your help and support in this stage. I also hope that I will meet girls one day personally, but mostly I know that they are waiting for their teachers, for Anastasia and Salome, who will become a real role models for them. And we started this project 2 years ago, the separate project as well, the part of the big project, and we started only with 40 students. Now we successfully running this project in 3 schools, and as I got information from Sonja, hopefully we will start in 1 more from the next year, and the lessons run once a week. Thank you. Lesson runs once a week by VGM Anastasia Karlovich from Ukraine and the International Master Salome Melia from Georgia. But what is important in this project that actually me and Andrei will speak during the next day in the conference in Geneva, that it's not only about chess, it's about how to give girls hope, how to give them how to teach them self-confidence, to open their mind about future professions. They have a books club, they have a meeting with role models. So all this is very inspiring for the girls, and I know that Andrei and Sonja saw it, and I hope for a big future for this project as a pilot project in Kakuma, that we can in one day to place in more countries. As a next step, of course, we really hope that the girls could participate in the next Olympiad as a refugee team. It's a big stage to do so, but we have a very strong team of the Social Commission and with support of FIDE management, Dana as well, of course. I hope that we can manage this. That's why, as a Women Commission, I will not take long you to describe this project, but it's about refugees. So we established 1 more refugee project. It's for girls from Ukraine living in Europe, and it's the same. It's we organize it with a cooperation with International Olympic Committee and Polish Chess Federation. It was a offline camp or 3 days camp in Warsaw, and girls from Europe who was forced to leave country because of war in Ukraine, they participate in this project. So those girls also there is a possibility, if Olympic Committee agreed, that maybe some of them could participate in the future Olympiad as a refugee team. So this project will continue online, and I hope that all our projects will continue with the support of Social Commission, Women Commission, and FIDE leadership. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Anastasia. And from my side, other information. In fact, when I started with this job as a chairman of the Social Commission, I realized that in my federation in Switzerland, we didn't have the awareness of social chess because we had only competition in mind. And that's why I installed a Social Commission in Switzerland. There is one person responsible for it. It's Urs Hirt. And we managed to have one team at the Chess for Freedom Championship in October. And I think this is very important now. We have 6 projects, 3 are starting. Michael's Chess for Freedom is far in his development. Also this Infinite Chess for Protection, we are in one country. We try to get in other countries when we have the funding. But I think it's also important that the federation start to implement chess, social chess, so that they know, okay, we have a social chess commission also in our federation, and we organize prisons, we organize refugee camp opportunities. I think it's like a matrix. The projects and the federations have to work together, and this is certainly a topic we have to address. And now we have 10 or let's say 20 minutes to discuss. And I think it would be wonderful to know from you, how can you help to bring forward these projects, our commission, and do you see some partnerships possibilities locally to expand our projects? It's the work with federation, with partners, and it's also the work with you as commission members or outsiders from other commissions or from other FIDE jobs to help us grow the commission. Thank you very much, and the floor is now yours. We would like to have your questions or ideas. If nobody starts, I would like to ask Frank, perhaps.
Andre, sorry, Suzanne has raised her hand.
Oh, yes, Susan. Susan, please, the floor is yours from Gift of Chess. Please tell us about your ideas, and then Alex.
Great. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. I know we are in different time zones. Thank you for the meeting, and thank you for inviting me. I'm so glad to be part of the Social Commission projects. I must say that I think the year has been great because I have been, part of these projects, not necessarily as the Gift of Chess, but also as,
Susan? Hello? Susan might have a technical problem.
Continental Championship, but also
Susan? Well, perhaps she is dealing with technical problems, but she will come back.
That we would. Hello, can you hear me?
It's very difficult to hear. It's coming and going. Shall we leave this for a moment and you come back? I will give you the floor afterwards. It's okay? Alex, please.
Yes. I want to put up some questions for Prabita and Michael, because we are ready to launch the project Chess for Life. Just to say a few words about this. This is for individuals who have recovered from addictions or are in the process of doing so in some rehabilitation centers. We call it SUD, substance use disorder. So we are going to care for these people suffering from drugs, for example, or alcohol. So we have already 4 countries accepted for this project: Philippines, Brazil, Luxembourg, and Greece, Thessaloniki. And I'm wondering, the first question is, we have decided for this project April this year, but it lacks a decision to start to launch the program. So my question is about the organization. Firstly, about the online organization of how the arbiters can work on this with different countries. I have no idea with which system, with Tornello, with another system, how it works. Michael is more experienced on this. And the second question is, because just to tell you that now in this panel, Prodromos is a member of the commission, is an international arbiter, and he must know how to work this system between 4 countries at least that we have. And the second question, and then you can talk and you can give an answer. The second is for Prabita about, she said last time about the questionnaire, about people with mental problems or addicted. Can we have something for the addicted people also?
Yes. Thank you very much, Alex. You raise an important or 2 important questions. I realize that we can work through the projects from project to project because we have often the same issues. I'm sure Michael will have your answer to the system, and also Prabita with her ideas of this questionnaire. So please, first Michael very quickly, and then Prabita.
Sure. Well, Alex, thank you for the questions. I think the best way is for us to set up just a short Zoom meeting with you, and I will be more than happy to drive you through the system and explain how it works. And the only I can say with 4 countries, it's probably easy to do than with 50. So it's very doable, and we have a team in place, and I'm sure they will be more than happy to help. And the platform we're using is chess.com, and they're very supportive. But Alex, I will be more than happy to have a Zoom meeting with you at any time.
Thank you very much. Prabita.
Thank you, Andre. Thank you, Alex, for the question. And Michael, I can also join your Zoom meeting would be helpful, because maybe that information is helpful for all other projects. Thank you. Alex, coming back to your question, the questionnaire, yes, the questionnaire we develop, actually, the idea is to use it for all the social projects. So it is a form of impact measurement, but scientific validation to the impact we're creating. So we can apply it to all the projects. The only concern I have regarding your online tournament is the edX clinic, the rehabilitation clinic we and myself and Andre visited are the people, there are some people who have problem due to gaming, and they are not allowed to play online. They cannot use digital media, and that's something we have to figure out. How do we solve the problem for them?
Thank you, Prabita. This project in Basel, we would like to discuss this in detail with you, Alex. Also, I think to organize a competition with addicts is not very easy to do, but we will find a solution. And this questionnaire, I'm sure we can spread it also in all the other projects if it's working. And I have from Susan the information that she has a bad connection, but wanted to stress the point that for the prisons to be addressed in the third world, it's important to have high-level contacts with authorities. And this is, of course, something we are trying to do via UNHCR. We will meet tomorrow people, high-level people from all these countries, and I will stress my point if I can meet them and also Anastasia. Please, other questions?
Andre, may I raise a question since
Yes.
you're going to the UNHCR? When we talk about prisons, there are different types of crimes, right? Have you ever thought of the juvenile prisons where actually kids under certain age are there? Because that is actually a good population, because that's growth where you can measure.
Yes, I can answer it, but I don't want to answer it because it's a question for Michael. I think this is in the process. Michael, tell us about.
Right. Well, personally, me not. I taught at schools, but not in the juniors correctional facilities. But if you look the number of youth teams that joined this year, we had about 20 of them. It's a big jump. So number of those teams are growing. The project in the youth correctional facilities are growing as well. And I know it's a different settings to involved young people under age, as young as 14, 15, 16, then elderly population. That we might create something for this population specifically, but we haven't done it yet. It's a good idea. We need to start working on this. That's all I can say. It's a good idea.
Thank you very much. And I have another information from Susan, and this is also a point who is seen in different projects. What happens if people are leaving their group, let's say prisons or refugee camps? Do they get some chess sets? And Susan tells us that the Gift of Chess is also offering to people who go out of these areas chess sets, and we saw this in Kakuma that chess sets are going to the community. So this is an interesting aspect. And I have been asked by Burema if I would take a question in French. Si tu me poses la question très très court, je peux la traduire et puis l'adresser à la personne qui peut te donner la réponse.
Merci et bonsoir et bonjour à tous et à toutes. C'est juste une toute petite contribution en ce qui concerne la deuxième question sur les possibilités de partenariat. Nous voyons qu'il y a des possibilités de partenariat, surtout pour l'Afrique au nord du Sahara, au sud du Sahara, avec les organismes et j'allais dire les humanitaires. Avec les humanitaires pour pouvoir surtout développer le projet Chess for Protection dans cette zone de l'Afrique. Merci.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. There is this idea of participating with partners in the humanitarian area. And this is exactly what we try tomorrow to do, is to get in contact with all these possible partners we see, to also engage them in our work. It's not easy, but I think there is a kind of flow going on in UNHCR. They developed a funnel where a lot of partner organizations are joining to develop these sports activities in the refugee camps. And I think this is very important. Je disais que c'était je sais pas, tu as compris? Très bien. Okay. Merci bien. Perhaps one or two other questions before we end the call.
Andre?
Yes, Sonja?
Yeah, this is me now not using on my Chess for Freedom hat. Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to endorse what Susan said in terms of the inmates who leave. In Trinidad and Tobago, where we were one of the early adopters for this particular initiative as well. And we had maybe about 5 people who have left the system. But our thinking was that apart from just giving them the tools, I want to be able to give people who are in the system now training. So like a train-the-trainer program, so they could continue doing this. So it's not people having to come in, like those who have issues getting trainers. Let's do train-the-trainers. That's where I'm at. But the issue that I am having is that when I went to Trainers Commission, they said, well, should we have a specific kind of program that contemplates what are the conditions within a system, within a prison system? I mean, I still just need to get people trained, but they seem to suggest that we may need to modify it a bit, which I think we can. But I just am asking if anybody has that expertise already, because I have a need now that I have people who, particularly in maximum security, that I want to get trained, right? In order that they could continue this in a sustainable way. So that is my question out to the wider group, because to me, that is the only way out in a sustainable manner.
Thank you very much. And this is also a kind of initiative like Michael's project with inmates having contact with the outside world. I don't know if Michael would give a short answer to this.
Well, Sonja, you raised a very significant question and part of the project, how to support the people after they released and go back to the society, and how we work with them. Now, we have this much experience, very little, 1 month. We had a couple people released. One goes to the college, and he is starting a chess program at his college. It's a former prisoner, and we're helping him. We also given a chess sets. I'm working with him to curriculum. My thought is that it's the area, the question you brought is it's a huge area, and it's very social. We need to have a team. We need to have a team of 5, 6, 7 people, international team, and start at least discussion on this. What can be done? Yeah, we're dealing with legal issues. Can the former prisoners work in school settings? Different countries have different rules. If not school settings, where it can be, what kind of community organizations, what community centers. We want them to be involved. We want them to take chess to part of their life after the release of prisons. How to do it? It's a huge question. I have no answer right now, but it's a very good question, and I will be more than happy to be part of the group to discuss it.
Thank you very much, Michael. And this is also
Thank
an
you.
opportunity
Hello?
for putting it in our conference. And I would like to ask Lasma to put her email address in the chat so that if you all have ideas and suggestions, I'm seeing the chat is full of good ideas so that you can contact us. I think we want to improve with ideas. Yes, it's scsecretary@fide.com. We welcome ideas, but also participation, because sometimes we don't hear a lot from our members in the commission, but you are highly welcome to support Lasma, me, and the project leaders to join one of the projects and to help these projects go further in the world. And I just heard someone asking a question, please.
That was Robert, actually.
Robert?
Yeah, good to see you all, and thank you for the great work you do to really make the world a good place. Good to see you again, Sonja, Andre, everyone, Alex, thank you for the great work. Thank you for allowing the world to see the other side of the game, that it is for social impact beyond just winning a championship. And personally, this is more like my occupation. But to add on the discussion, I really appreciate what Sonja was sharing, but I think the most strategic way is to see that we get into the prisons. When we allow inmates to learn, when they get out, there will be a resource to go and again train other inmates. It's very hard when somebody is released. They are just trying to figure out on how to survive. They have no place to belong. The society rejected them. But when you empower them from the prisons, they come out resourceful and they have something to offer. And chess is such a good component to do that. I've done this in the juvenile centers. I work both in Nagulu, remand home, and then we have also in Uganda what we call the Kampilingisa juvenile, actually called Kampilingisa Rehabilitation Center. It's not a prison per se, but the prison is in Nagulu. When you get there, these kids come out, they even look for you because they know you have these chess programs, and that's where they belong because they already have something to offer. Right now, I have a big request from one of our biggest prisons. I can see Mobilu is here, Nelson, who is also a fellow executive former member in the Uganda Chess Federation. And I don't have the resources to launch it out in Chitaria. This is a big prison, 10,000 people. And the only challenge is this, and with this way I want the commission to focus. The government, most of us here in the developing world, the governments are not having the budgets to release towards this kind of social impact. But the moment we are able to get the entry point and we get to show them the impact, then they will be ready to fund these programs. Because they can't fund something they don't understand. They cannot easily fund something they have not really witnessed or seen the impact. So my question is, how do we get those either equipment and then we get to start? We would rather start small. Actually, I'm launching in Chitaria starting next month in January. And we are going to start with 40 chess sets, but it's a very big prison. The challenge is, how do you maintain the human resource? Because they need to be remunerated to keep doing this work. But the moment we are able to break that, then we'll be good to go. However, like I think members shared, different countries have different policies, and we need to make sure that we first and foremost understand the policies governing these states. Because the moment we violate any, or the moment we become a reference point for like having caused havoc in the inmate, so we need to understand the policies, the rules, and we need to work with protocol. For instance, in Chitaria, you're very sure no photographs, no mobile phones, and even going in before we should even first test for COVID, because these are people in a confined area. So you will need to first and foremost, if possible, ask for the manual, connect to the leaders, the in charge, let them understand you, let them know why you are there, and then let them teach you the protocol. The respect is key. It's more like they are soldiers. And the moment you're able to follow those steps, then you'll have an entry point to get in. Personally, in Uganda, I think we've already scored, because Chitalia is I think it's our second biggest prison in the country. But if they can be able to call you because of the impact they have witnessed, and these people, some of them are remanded for life, so they are there full time. And that means they need something to occupy them. Thank you. I know it's getting late. I'll stop there.
Thank you very much. And this is, I think, also a question to Michael. But before that, I would like to have the impression to tell about the impression that there are a lot of interesting topics for the next conference. And why not for you, Robert, to help us develop this? I ask Michael what he thinks about these ideas.
Well, Andre, you know my answer. Any ideas are great. How can we implement all of them? I think in Africa now there is a system that works. The gift for chess sent thousands chess sets to be distributed in African continent. And to get into this, you should contact Susan. Okay, and I know there is a place in Uganda. What is difficult and different, and what we got into, that Gift of Chess is a non-for-profit organization. It's not governmental, and it's not FIDE related. It's a separate non-for-profit organization with very big heart. He is donating thousands of chess boards, thousands. I would just suggest that countries needs to start working with them rather than not accept them. I'm not talking about Uganda or specific. No. I'm just saying there are some messages, well, unfortunately, that this is not governmental organization. We're not going to work with them. We all work with chess and for chess, and we work for the people. We deliver the message. We work for the prisoners. We work for the refugees. We work with kids with autism. We need to finally start working with each other rather than say this is government, this is not government. It's chess. Let's just do it together. And I'm sure there are thousands of chess sets in Africa. Please contact Susan. I'm sure she will be happy to help.
Thank you very much, Michael. And this is practically a final message to the Commission. I would like to thank you very much. And I would like to add something. Does our activity, our engagement, does it make sense? And I can give you two little responses from students in Kakuma. One girl said to us, chess is my best game in life. So this was a wonderful sentence saying that our work is meaningful and it helps people in difficult situations. And another idea I heard was students say, I want to be a global citizen. So we help them get out also and find a challenge or a new opportunity in life. Not all can go out, but I think our work should be stressed on the game, helping young people to develop their personalities. And I think we are on a good track. And I would like to thank all my team and you in the chat. And let's come together, join us, and we will go into 2024, the year when chess will be 100 years old. And this is a very special moment. And there will be a lot of activities, and I hope that with social chess we can join these moments. And I'm really looking for this refugee team from Kakuma in Budapest. This will be a huge step of the Commission and from FIDE. And I thank you very much for this this meeting, and looking forward to hear and see you probably in Budapest. All the best. Have a great evening, morning, midday in the world. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye, colleagues.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you. Bye.
Bye.